You're watching the Hi Guys podcast with Al and the other Al on the 420 Pace Project.
The opinions of the individuals during this broadcast are their own and may not be the opinions of their group or other organizations they may be involved with. All medical advice during our broadcast is not a medical opinion and should be checked with your medical physician.
Hey guys, what's going on there?
I realized the other day that when I go like this, I actually look like my emote or what do they call it? Avatar.
Avatar, yes. Well, hey, welcome everybody to the Hi Guys. As you can see, we're starting off just on the right note.
On the high note.
On the high note, exactly.
Yeah, and I think I kind of screwed Al up because we had discussed doing a little entry segment. I'm Al Rapp from 420 Radio. Yep, and he's the other Al.
The other Al, yeah. Sometimes I put the other Al in there under the description underneath my name. Sometimes, just depends. So what do we got for today? We got you got your list of stuff.
I have.
Yeah, we don't bring it up
list.
yet, but
No. I'm just looking at what I have. I have a list of internet slangs, stuff that I know, because like what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, for instance, what does CTN mean? We'll find out.
We'll find out. Yeah, exactly.
I've got the pocket guide out to animal tracks we're going to look at because I like to look at animal tracks up here. And I thought we'd make a mention of Leonard Peltier, who is being released on the 18th, and we'll talk more about that.
Yeah,
and
I have. Oh, keep going. I thought
I have a mushroom song as well.
Oh, a mushroom song. That's interesting. Song.
Music from a mushroom.
Does it keep us in the dark? We'll keep everybody in the dark about the song. Hey, how's that?
You're learning now.
Yes. Okay. We got some recipes, 15 unusual recipes. I got an update on last week's review, on the product review. I got an update on that. And we got some news.
Something changed between this week and last week.
We got some news stories. We got some sports. We got some upcoming events. So we've
got lots of weed.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Al doesn't. Al doesn't get to smoke inside, but he's got his vape pens.
Correct. I got my vape pens, and then once summer comes, I'll be outside. Where it's
you'll see him
much warmer.
Yes, he'll be producing outside.
Sunny out there. At least it looks nice through the window.
You should set up your trailer as your outside studio so that you're away from the house.
Oh, I could have heat.
Do you have internet out there?
No.
Do you smoke in the camper?
No.
You need a smoking room, Al.
Yes, I completely agree.
This is my smoking room. Although when I have guests, B&B guests, I'll come in here and because I can close the door and I can put a fan in the window. Mm-hmm. If they don't say anything, then I just sit in the living room.
Oh yeah. Well, could you include in the listing a green friendly establishment or green friendly space?
And I'm very clear that I am a cannabis partaker, and it is open to be used. I allow smoking in the house, but only cannabis.
Yes.
Although exactly. That's not altogether true. There are a couple.
You got a message. Good morning, Kent. How you doing, buddy? Morning,
I have a couple of friends that come over and I'll let them smoke. Privileged kind of thing.
Right. Yeah. The token outside. When it comes
my sister's boyfriend only smokes outside. He wouldn't smoke in the house. I'm sitting here beside my sister, puffing away. She's very used to it, and he goes outside.
Now, is he going outside for a joint?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow. Some people would rather not smoke inside.
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. We got 4 people watching
I
already.
see that. So you got some people watching. I don't know where they're all from around the
It
world, but
happens.
I know one of them at least has sent a message. He's from just down the road from here.
Yeah, Mr. Squishy.
That's right, Mr. Squishy.
Mr.
Uh,
Squishy.
yeah, loves squishing. There's no doubt about that. Squishing the cannabis, making some rosin.
I have not used my squisher in a while, and I'm going to.
Haven't you?
No, well, when you have a limited amount, um,
Mm,
financially, it's not feasible to squish what you have unless you have a partakeable amount.
Ben.
Because the yields aren't that great. I mean, for 7 grams of cannabis, you might get a gram and a half, maybe.
And I guess too, it comes down to what quality of the product too. If there's any trichomes on there,
Correct,
right?
correct.
If there's no trichomes, you're not getting anything.
I've squished stuff that I got very, very little out of it, and that's the exact reason. And so it's really a matter of um, what I'm putting in and what I'm getting out, and what I'm spending on what I'm putting in. Like, I mean, I'm not going to take an $80 quarter and stick it in my squisher, but I would take a quarter of something I grew and put it in.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Although some people would.
Sometimes I squish quarter bag, sometimes half bag. Usually half bag, 14 grams. When I do some squishing, so
They say the optimum amount is 5 grams.
oh,
Who they are, I don't
I
know.
don't know. I
I'd
don't
like
know.
to
Maybe
punch
if
them
Mr.
in the head
Squishy's
because they're
listening there,
lying.
if he's still watching, he can let us know what his thoughts are when it comes to what's the optimal amount of
And the heat.
cannabis.
It depends on the heat, the quality, the atmosphere you're in. He's made a comment. I'm not looking at that
Yeah.
screen at the moment.
Yeah, he's Mr. Squishy's comment. He says the last large quantity of cannabis I squished was 8.5 ounces with a 45-gram return.
Wow. And is that in one
that's
that I'd like
half
to
a
know
pound.
how many times he had to squish to get that?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Probably
You'll
a
let
lot.
us know.
A
I'm sure you
lot.
will.
A lot of squishing.
Yeah. Oh, that's a lot. Look at that.
That's
8.5 ounces. That's half a pound.
wow. For 43 grams.
43 grams.
And then but you see, the good thing is you're not done yet. You're not done yet. Once you get those 43 grams, you take that puck and you put it in your oil maker.
Oh, you're talking about the
The
squish.
leftover.
The squish stuff.
I call them a puck.
A puck. Yeah, exactly. I know that in the past when I've done some squishing, sometimes it's good to pass that on. Those pucks. Some people will squish them twice, take a second squish with it.
Correct.
And then some people will take it and donate it to like a CSP program or something.
Yep. I save them and then I'll squish them again together.
Yeah, yes.
And then you get a nice mix of everything you've done.
Yeah, we get a mix.
Yep. And then I'll take those pucks and I'll just let them sit around and dry right up. And then you break them up and put them in the dog's food. And she loves it because it gives her some relief. And it's not that potent by that point. And the roughage is good for her. The chlorophyll doesn't really bother her like it bothers us. Right.
So Mr. Squishy, he squishes 14 grams at a time.
14. Okay.
Yeah. He pre-bags everything and then presses it in one shot.
That's what Dale does. My buddy Dale, he'll make up, several bags and then just one after another.
Yeah. And he says he only squishes once. He doesn't do the double squish.
You should be making some hash out of all of that kite that you get in your box.
Oh, yeah. I got a mason jar full of kiff.
You've got every time I see it, I'm like, wow, man, that doesn't take long. You must roll a lot of weed.
I roll enough.
Well, Mama Hawk used to show up every now and then with jars of kife,
Yeah.
and say, here you go, because she had a. Do you ever go driving with Mama Hawk?
Did I ever drive with her? I
Yeah.
may have at some point back in the day.
She would keep her rolling box right beside her in the center console open, like it's right there. She gets pulled over and it's right there. And we'd go down to the city, and she would do things like she would just pull into a handicap spot and park and leave the truck there.
Oh.
But she'd have like a mound of kife in her box from
Yeah.
just rolling over it.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Oh, I don't. I collect lots. Haven't done a lot with it, other than put it in some joints here and there. But I would. I recently saw a press to put the kiff in and squish it, like pucks or whatever.
The little one. I think it's called a smasher.
Yeah, the Nug Smasher.
The nug smasher. Darcy got one.
Oh yeah.
He got a little one. It's only like this big. It's about the size of a mini fridge, and it seems to work good for him.
Is it 2 ton? Do you know?
I don't know, because it's a hand press.
It's the manual one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I think you pull it down and pump it and then lock it down or something. I don't know. I should get them.
I've seen them. I've seen them.
I've seen them too. I've seen them at one of the shows that we went to.
Yeah, it was at one of the shows. They had it on the table. They were doing stuff right there.
And they'll probably be at others this year as well, because they've started coming up to Canada as well.
Right. Yeah. Well, just so you know, Mr. Squishy, he squishes organic stuff from the organic gardens. So, alrighty. Well, from there, I have a question for you that I ask you all the time.
What are you smoking?
Bubba Kush.
Bubba Kush. I rolled up some Cherry Dragon this morning.
Cherry Dragon. What is that? Is that a hybrid? I guess they're all hybrids now, aren't they?
These days, yeah. And to tell you the truth, the breeder where I got the seeds from, the company, they don't list their products as indicas or sativas.
They just, here's the seeds.
Yep. And all the description. They give you the lineage, mom and dad and all its family and everything along the line.
So you can figure it out. Like I've got some Paul Martin seeds that he sent me, because he was on the show and he sent me a bunch. And I basically have to go through them and look at each strain.
I got my doobies pre-rolled.
There you go. But you got to look. Are they like M crossed with X kind of?
No,
strain?
okay. Yeah, I just know
that's what I've got from most growers. That's what they'll send you. They'll send you something that they've done, and it's like a Bubba Kush crossed with this, so it's called a something else. Right?
I like to call it what it's close to the original name.
To find out, because they don't list anything, to find out, you got to look at the lineage, and you've got to look at this strain and that strain, and then you got to kind of just put it together in your mind. I know what this one's like. I know what that one's like. Right?
Yeah.
It doesn't always work.
No, it doesn't.
The strains I got this week.
I can tell you what this is. Okay, Cherry Dragon. It's Cherry Noir crossed by Panama Dragon, crossed by those two are crossed by a Panama Dragon crossed with Cherry Noir.
So you got two strains crossed with two other strains.
There's actually two strains
separate and then crossed.
Yeah, that are crossed, and then they've taken the same strains and crossed them again, and then crossed those two together. However you want to look at it.
Well, you know what? It's no different than mixing your weed once you're rolling it up.
Yeah. Well, get a variety, eh?
So what I've got is I've got some Bubba Kush that I'm smoking now. But what I did was I
Wow.
put my order in. I got Bubba Kush, I got Death Bubba,
Mhm.
and I got Tom Ford, and then I looked them all up. All come from Bubba.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Tom Ford, I've heard some good. Comments about that stuff.
You know, it's one of those strains that'll give you a little zip and wake
Mhm.
you up, and then, but if you smoke enough of it, it'll knock you out.
Yeah. Now I'm also smoking a vape cartridge because I'm inside. And the problem with vape cartridges is, can you tell which one I'm smoking? You can see it's almost empty, but no, there's no image.
No,
Like, how are you supposed to know what you're consuming if you've got
I
more than one?
so I don't use them, but I have a question for you because I know that you try and get uh, um, full cannabis, not a distillate or an isolate. Although
Yeah, that's
sometimes you get those.
yeah.
Uh,
Some of these
so
early ones, like this one here, it's an early distillate. It's been around here for a
does
while.
does your Fico pen, does your full extract pen, whatever strain you get, do they clog more than the distillates and the isolates? Because I've been asked that.
Oh well, these style cartridges, these glass ones,
Yeah.
I've had them clogged left and right.
Yes, me as well.
Now I've also got the disposable ones,
Yes.
and it doesn't
And
seem to be an issue.
that's the one you showed us last week, and that's the full
Correct.
extract, correct?
Yeah, this is a live. This is a live resin.
And does it clog?
No, I haven't had an issue with it.
Awesome. And how long do they last you?
I don't know. It's still going. Fuck. I'm hauling on this thing all the time, and it's not even half gone yet.
Because
And I've already charged the battery 3 times.
they have they have full extract at the legal store here. They're like $25. So I thought maybe I might go try one day. Because all my shatterizers are now
Oh,
I've
oh
killed
yeah.
another
No, I
batch
still
of
got my
shatterizers.
shatterizer. I still use it.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. It's
I've
made.
I've killed many, Al.
It's right here. Shatterizer.
Is this your original one?
No, no.
No.
My original one is here too. But I just got so much shit here on my desk.
Yeah, that's me either. My desk, you don't get to see my desk.
No.
You can see this
Yeah.
side of the room, but not this side of the room.
Yeah, you only get to see beside me. Well, you get to see this is on the desk. My Apple collection and my little
Yeah, but
Smurf
I have
thing.
I have a pen collection. I have my weed. I have microphone squishies that I have to send, and snot rags. See, you don't want to look at my desk.
Hey, yeah, you live up north. You know, it's more than just cold that's floating around up there in the air, right?
I just had dinner with a house full of sick people. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm waiting for it.
there you go. Yeah, it's coming on. So, well, is it that time? You got your list?
A list.
They
I
got
think
a list.
I have a list. Let me just make sure I have it up.
All right. Well, I'll run this.
All right.
It's certainly high on the list.
All right. Today on the list. Oh, I grabbed the wrong list.
The wrong list is what we got
All
today.
right.
List?
Let's go through. It's a little reel.
Okay.
And it's one of the things that I have problems with sometimes is reading posts, hashtag posts, slang posts, dot posts, whatever you want to call them. And I found a list of internet slangs, which are sometimes, like, do you know what CTN means, Al?
See what?
CTN, the center one.
No.
Yeah, exactly. Let's find out what it means.
Internet slangs, POV, point of view.
Yeah.
FYI, for your information.
Yeah.
AFAIK, as far as I know.
Oh.
LY, I love you. BTW, by the way. GTG, got to go.
Uh-huh.
IRL, in real
Here you
life.
go.
CTN, can't talk now.
Oh.
OT, off topic. JK, just kidding. TTYS, talk to you soon. XOXO, hugs and kisses.
That's an old one.
B4N, bye for now. YOLO, you only live once. BRB, be right back.
So there are several there that everybody knows, but I didn't know what
There's a lot there that I never even heard of.
exactly. So now you know. You're welcome. Have a nice day.
Yeah, YW.
Next.
Yeah, no, that's yeah, no, there's lots there that I had never heard of.
You know, and I'm coming from BBS. That's how long I've been on the internet. Bulletin board systems were IRC, the Internet Relay Chat, were the basis of where you chatted.
Yeah,
There
yeah,
wasn't
I
any
remember the
messaging.
IRC.
Back then, you had a chat room that you ran or hang out in, and you went and you chat. And then they added video, and then they added audio, and then they took all that away from us and they put it into messengers. So,
Yeah. Well, back in the relay days, I don't even think high speed was even existing then.
no, it was and then you wait for 20 minutes for it to connect.
Yes, I remember those days for sure.
When I was running my website in the 90s, the internet had just been turned on, but it was still all dial-up.
Mhm.
And so
Yeah.
I had two phone lines coming into my bedroom, one so that I could be on my service and the other one so that I could run my service, right? And the phone just didn't stop running.
Yeah.
No, it just keeps
Yeah.
going and going and going. And then I found an ISP, an internet service provider, that my buddy John owned, and he put me on the internet. So we had a portal on our BBS so that you dial in on your dial up, and then you could go through the portal and use our internet.
Oh,
But
okay.
it was only 1,400 baud, so it was slow surfing, and you needed 3 different programs to look at a picture or write a story, or like you needed separate programs for everything to do.
And when it loaded, it was one of those.
It was all numbers and letters. Yes.
Yeah, and it just came. It didn't load up full at once. It was.
Now, I will say that all of those codes are still happening even while we're doing this. They're happening in the background. That's what your computer's doing. You don't see that anymore.
No.
Back then, we saw everything.
Yeah, we did. Things have changed. That's
even porn. You had to download porn. You had to download an uploader. You had to download a downloader. You had to download an encoder. You had to.
It sounds like a lot of work.
20 minutes later, there's your picture.
Wow, that really sucked, didn't it?
Like you literally did not know what you were getting until the coding was done. And then you had to load that into another program to view the picture.
Jeez, yeah, that's early days. That's early days.
Exactly, Ken,
Yeah.
because you're waiting there, and there's the boobs, there's the
Yeah.
boobs, there's the boob. Oh man, Mom, hang up the phone.
Yeah. Now we got a message from Kent. Kent says he says you would also hope that no one picked up the phone line in another route. Yeah,
exactly.
because of what do you call those
Party lines.
party lines?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. So you had more than one household on a line, and you could pick up the phone and you could hear the other person's conversation going on.
Yes, and that was a way of hanging out and meeting people back then, and then they started charging us $9.99 a minute for that shit.
Yeah, that would I would think that if you're using the internet and the party line came involved, then yeah, it'd be an issue.
We had a party line at my dad with a bunch of doctors bought a farm up near Port Hope, and we had a party line at the house up there. So that was shits and giggles when we went up and we had our week at the farm.
Mm-hmm.
We
I never had we never had a party line.
You just pick up the line.
I had friends who had them.
You just pick up the line and you click the clicker, and the operator will come on, and that's when you can dial it. They have to give you an outside line.
Yeah, the dial tone, right?
Yeah. And then you could, but if you picked it up and somebody was on the line, you could just sit there and listen to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's what Alexander's idea was, is I want a way to listen to people's conversations because I'm bored here sitting in the woods.
Oh, shit. All right. On to the next segment from Al's high five on to I have got us 15 unusual recipes.
And I bet you half of them have fucking peanut butter.
Let me see. I don't think
Hey,
so.
we used to party in Rice Lake back then, Kent. My buddy's parents had a cottage there, just on the hill, looking over the swimming area. But anyways,
yeah, here he goes. This is what he says. He says, I had a friend that lived on the north shore of Rice Lake, and I believe there was 10 parties on this one. Party light within a matter of a couple of hours on a Friday night, and you can find out what everyone was done in a week.
Yep.
Yeah.
We used to go up for the I guess Labor Day weekend and just get slaughtered up there on when we were kids. Oh yeah, that was fun days. Walking from town up to the lake with beer. I don't know how many cases were dropped along the way.
Along the way, yes. And even though back then the roads were probably just gravel.
Well, Rice Lake was the place to go if you lived in Toronto because it was just up the road in Streetsville. Streetsville?
Well, no, Streetsville's in Mississauga.
So what's the town there? My sister lived there. No.
Peterborough?
Yeah. No, my sister was there.
Rice Lake. Kent, throw us a name, buddy.
But anyways, I was near Rice Lake.
Streetsville?
Streetsville.
No, Streetsville's in Mississauga.
Okay, so it wasn't Streetsville.
That's why I wondered what was Stittsville.
Stouffville,
correct. Stouffville. Okay, Stouffville. All right, there we go. Stouffville.
We'd take the bus up. To Stouffville, and then I'll get a case of beer, and then we would walk up to the cottage, which was, right there at the lake where the community center was.
Okay.
Sometimes we got picked up, sometimes we didn't. Anyways, do your damn list, Al.
All right, here we go. We got 15 recipes here. Unusual recipes.
Unusual. Oh, now you're saying they're unusual.
Unusual. First one is cannabis infused honey butter.
That might be interesting.
Yeah. Now, there's no information on each one unless I click on each item. All right. So I won't be doing that.
Well, we're going to
Um,
post the link for this article anyways.
yes. Yeah. Cannabis barbecue sauce. I've created my own cannabis barbecue sauce just by adding coconut oil into the barbecue sauce. Cannabis infused guacamole.
Guacamole.
Yeah. Cannabis chocolate. Oh boy, I'll tell you, when I lived down the street from the chocolate factory, the former chocolate factory in Campbellford.
You mean the weed place?
Yeah. I
The
go up there and
youngins will know it as the
there
weed.
to the store, and I would grab some chocolate from the chocolate store, and take it home and melt some butter in it and put it into molds.
And now you can actually get it there.
No, the chocolate store is closed.
Oh, they closed it, didn't they? I
They
thought they were
closed it at Christmas. The streets
Oh.
were lined up with people going into the store and buying stuff. Can't understand why it closed.
Well, you know what? It's closed twice because it's no longer a cannabis grow facility. I believe. I think they sold
No, it
it.
never was.
Yeah, they were.
Oh, you're talking about Hershey. I'm talking about the chocolate factory that was down the road from where I lived in Campbellford.
I thought you were talking about Hershey's.
No. Yeah, that's Tweed. They were growing.
That's Tweed. Yeah,
Yeah, in Smith
Smith
Falls. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so cannabis chocolate. Next up, cannabis beer.
I've had it.
What'd you think? That didn't sound like you enjoyed it.
Uh-oh.
Cannabis wine. I've had some cannabis wine.
I'll be right back. Yeah.
given to me.
Oh no, I'm back. Okay.
Cannabis wine.
My computer.
Cannabis infused pizza.
Interesting.
Now that pizza looks like the pizzas I would see in the stories about Thailand
pizza.
and having pizza. I see Kent's taking a shot at Bewdley. He says yes to Bewdley when we're looking for Stouffville.
Okay. I would think that they would be medicating the sauce.
The sauce. Could they put it in the dough?
I would think, why not? You can put it in anything that would have oil in it. You could put it in.
Yeah.
Right?
Hash yogurt.
Yeah, no, I'm not a fan of yogurt.
No, eh? I can see it's something I can make with my hash that I've got all my kids.
George Carlin used to say, "How can you eat anything that sounds like yeah?"
It says that this recipe caters to fans of thicker Greek yogurts.
Yes.
Cannabis infused Nutella.
No, not a fan of Nutella at all.
Oh, aren't you? Oh, my
I don't like
love
hazelnuts. I don't like the flavor of hazelnuts.
Cannabis infused pesto pasta.
That might be yummy. I've made a oil infused Alfredo sauce.
Oh yes, yeah,
yes, it was really good.
Yeah, I've added into spaghetti sauce.
Yeah.
Now they say here unusual cannabis infused food, cannabis cereal.
Yeah.
Hey. Would you use infused?
I just lost all my audio. I'll be right back out.
Oh, all right. Okay. Where'd you go? Okay. Well, Al is off dealing with his audio end of things. He's just left the room and he'll be back shortly. I see Kent has suggested hash rosin cheesecake. Wow, Kent. Have you got a recipe for that? If you do, send it on, man. Yeah, I'll continue on here with the unusual things. Cannabis cereal. I've never thought about infusing cereal before. It looks like they got some what do you call that? Ones with the marshmallows. I just can't remember what it is. I don't eat it anymore. So THC soda. I've got some of that in my fridge. that's courtesy of Legacy 420. You got some of their sodas in my fridge for when guests come over. Unfortunately, I can't drink carbonated beverages due to my Crohn's disease, so I have them here to share with others. Number 3, cannabis infused hot sauces. Yes. Unfortunately, Crohn's and hot sauces don't always get along, but for those who can consume it, why not? See if there's any. Say there's many options available, which is you can easily make ganja hot sauce at home with a straightforward recipe. And when I send out this link into the chat, you can click on all these. There's links embedded in them to allow you to see them. So, cannabis potato chips. Cannabis potato chips. I wonder if they would they taste like chlorophyll? Al, what do you think? All right.
I don't know.
Oh, look, there we go. Message from Kent. He says he has 2 servings in the freezer. Next time you're over, I'll hand you one. All right, Kent. Look forward to it, buddy. Thank you. Yeah. Cannabis potato chips.
Cannabis potato chips.
Now, okay, they talked about the guacamole. I wonder if you could dip them in the guacamole.
Yes. Yeah, you can make a dip. Very, very easy. Most dips have oil in them.
Exactly. CBD cotton candy. I've had cannabis cotton candy in the past. Oh yeah, and they get into the risks and stuff like that. So there you go. 15 recipes. Oops, here. Let me get the right link, and I will put that into the chat, everybody. What? Oh,
I just all my audio just quit on me, so I was just reloading pages. That's why I left.
Yes. Okay. Click. And there you go.
I've had CBD cotton candy.
Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I had it at an event in Toronto.
Are you still going with that, or are we done?
We're done.
All right.
Yeah, you missed some of it.
They had.
I guess I should have. Did you miss out on?
At one of the events that we went to, probably in Hamilton, they had a vendor there that was doing cannabis infused cotton candy right there in front, right?
Yeah. You missed out on the THC sodas and the cannabis-induced hot sauces.
I've often thought about getting one of those soda makers and making my own soda.
Oh, yeah. And you can just dose it however you want it.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to make a suspension or something like that to use your eyedropper.
Yeah, exactly. It is. Well, yeah. And did you notice there was no peanut butter in them?
I didn't, because I was gone for a little minute, but
Well, yeah. Well, it wasn't in the hot sauce that you missed out on.
I remember when a lot of times at school when I was a youngster, you either had a cheese sandwich, a tuna and cheese sandwich, or peanut butter. Those were the running sandwiches back then. And now you're not allowed to bring peanut butter into a school.
No,
because of allergies.
No peanuts.
No peanut products at all.
Yeah,
or cannabis.
I can't have peanuts either.
You can't take cannabis or peanut products into school.
Yeah, Gail, for my snacks type thing, she buys bars, and the bars say school safe right on them.
And you could drizzle oil on that, or a mixture that like a spray that hardens.
Yeah.
and medicate that shit. Real easy.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Everything that you make, you can medicate it in some form. It's just
I
how you
tried
want to do it.
some gummies from the legal store here in town.
Oh, did you?
They were cola and they were full extract. Or I
Wow.
wouldn't have tried them if they weren't, because I really don't like distillate or isolate. I get very cranky.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get the same kind of mood that I got from Sesamet Nabalone when I was taking that, because it's just THC.
Right.
So that leads into my statement: you need everything, people. Don't listen to the media.
Yeah, you need everything. I know that. You want all of the cannabis. You don't want just part of the plant.
I want it all.
I want it all, right? And as we've always talked about, and people know, it's always best to have everything there, because everything works together. You take a tire off a bus, it'll still go down the road. It'll still deliver kids, but it's not going to go down the road as good.
No, you're going to bottom
Right?
out a lot.
Yeah.
So before I forget, I have
Yeah.
one thing. Are you're done with that segment?
Yes. Yeah, I'm done with the recipe end of things.
So I wanted to send a shout out to our pal Dave, because my stem arrived,
All right.
and he is true to his word. These things won't break. These things will. So if you have a dewdrop or a Happle from Nugs, because that's who they're branding them with, and break your stem, you'll get another. He sent me 2. Thank you very much, Dave.
Thank you very much, Dave. There you go.
Thank you very much, Dave. So now I can go back to coughing. I still haven't tried hash in my Stuttenglass.
Oh.
No, I still haven't. I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Marcel,
What are you afraid of?
Darcy got one for Christmas.
Yeah.
And Marcel went over to try it. And he said, never again. Have you tried one now?
A Stuttgart?
Yeah.
With hash?
With anything.
Yeah. I've had them.
Yeah. They are available on.
Actually, Kent's got one.
Oh, does he? They're available on Shatterizer now. Matt has brought them on into his store. They don't sell. They sell everything, not just Shatterizer stuff. And they're actually cheaper to buy through Shatterizer than to buy through Stuttenglass.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if you want one, have a look at shatterizer.ca.
Yeah.
Yep. Links right there on our website at 420pace.ca.
Okay. Done there? All right. I got to move on to the next segment. Here we go.
Why did I wait? I could have waited for that segment to do my thing. Should I do my thing again here? Should I thank him? Can I thank him again?
Sure.
No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
You won't mind.
Thanks, Dave.
All right. Last week, I did a review on these.
We're all in trouble now.
I did a review on.
Oh yeah.
Right. Just so you know, I've got a bum knee right now. It's bothering me, and so the other day I actually ate 10 of these.
Wow! How much are they each?
10 milligrams.
Those are candies he reviewed last week.
Yeah, they're called tablets. And they're 10 milligrams.
They're not pills. They're chewable tablets. They're candy. And what flavor are they?
There's no flavor listing on them. I commented that they had a bit of a citrusy flavor.
Chalky taste.
So,
citrusy and chalky.
After doing the show, right?
Yes.
I
took a couple.
I went looking for some information on them. And what did I find? But I found a review on them, right? And there it goes. You can see the little tablets, the little triangle-shaped things. But the review says that it needs some serious tweaks in taste and texture. Okay? It says that the good part is that blips, so there's 25 of them in a tube, and they're all 10 milligrams a piece, right? So it's 250 milligrams per the package. They're listed as $23. I paid a little bit more for them. Depends on what store you're going to go to, right?
Yeah.
And it says that the bad part is that it's an actual product.
That could be taken many different ways, but anyways, go ahead.
Yeah. Now he says, I'm not sure how you cooked up this weird edible. Anticipated people would consume it. Okay. First, he tried sucking on it like a mint because it smelled nice and citrusy. When I put it in my mouth, it initially had a vitamin C-like taste, but after 5 seconds, the flavor disappeared and became an unpleasant, rough lump on my tongue. So he tried sucking on them, okay? And I chewed them, right? So then he said, so he tried chewing them, which was my second mistake. The texture was gritty and I got stuck in my cheeks and my teeth. Yeah. So then he says, on another attempt, he says, he swallowed them like a tablet, like a pill. And he said it seemed to work the best. He says, but unfortunately, the little triangles do have a tendency to get stuck in your throat. So, this guy had a bit of had an issue with them, as I did as well. But, would I buy them again? No. But I did use them again because I used them to deal with some pain I was dealing with my legs and my knee. What do you got going on there?
Kilroy.
Oh, okay.
For us old folks.
So yeah, unfortunately, that person wasn't too.
So, but what did you think about it, and does it help your knee?
I'll
take that as a
I'd
no.
say his description is pretty good when it comes to consuming them. Was it effective on my knee? I'd say yeah, there was some benefit there. Help reduce the pain. Didn't know
you had to take 10 of them.
Pardon me?
You took 10 of them.
I took 10 of them. Yeah. Yeah.
I
chewed them, and I chewed them. Every one of them.
Your oil would have worked better, Al.
Maybe. Yeah. So there you go. That's it. I'm done on the product reviews. Why don't we take a second, take a quick little break, and
take a minute to meditate.
Take a minute.
I'm going to play. I'll do it because I'm going to play a thing. What do you want to play?
Okay. Well, we got a choice. We can go to the GMM, or we can promote Dave and his Apple.
Let's do that. We'll play that, and then I got a thing that I'm going to play when we come back.
All right. Let's take a break. All right. You're watching the high.
Sorry, Al. Go ahead.
You're watching the High Guys. We're live here at several places.
and hi.
This, guys, is a BT bottle with a little straw on the end of it. Okay. Back in the day, we used to have glass bottles, soda pop in glass bottles. Okay. Soft drinks. And this was built for the old school hash. This is the hash that your uncles and your grandparents would get. And this is the stuff that we would all treasure whenever we could get it, because we thought it was the best stuff, because it's the constant. It was our form of concentrate.
Correct.
Right? When we were young, right?
Yes.
This is
To answer your question now,
Oh, here we go.
Howard.
Now you're going to cut this out if it doesn't work, right?
You just cut it out now. These are the 3 tools I use to form and shape the happers.
So now once the prep work is done over on the lathe, it now has to come over to me to put the mouthpiece on and finish off the top part. So first up, I just need to clean up and close off the top that's left over.
First thing I'll do is I will heat up the corner and I'll push in the Maria, which is the circular love that acts as a stopper. Right? Whereas I'm kind of like, I'm 49 years old, but I don't have time to be an artist.
You know, but each one is individual, though. There's only one of each. So it does make it art.
Oh, stop it. Okay.
Of course. Give me a minute.
You little crotch fritter.
Come here!
Good fucking morning, you crusty little crotch fritter. I just heard a fucking chef on TV say, where there's fat, there's flavor. I know he means the food, but I still took it as a fucking compliment. I just ate what I thought was a feta cheese crumble from my salad off my shirt. Turns out it was fucking deodorant. How's your fucking day going?
I love those.
Oh, okay. Now, as far as the Happle, it says at the end of the video there about the documentary would be coming soon. We've actually, the documentary has been released, and I'm going to put the link to where it is in YouTube for people if they're interested in watching. It's about 52 minutes long. So,
yeah. My audio is very loud in that.
And I'm putting this in the link. There we go. Come on. Yeah, that should be the right link for it anyway. So yeah, check it out. See how the Happle is made. As well as you saw in the promo there. Master was going to take a Happle to a nail. Find out the results by watching the documentary.
I know what happened.
Huh?
I know what happened.
I hope you were there in video wise. You were involved. So, but yeah, there you go. Check it out. Like I said, it's about 52 minutes long, 55 minutes long, somewhere in there. So, all right, shall we move on? Make our way into the news?
Sure.
Now, I seen that you picked out some news stories for today, and I've got one lined up here. And I think we've got some questions. How does $10,000 of cannabis that was delivered to the wrong address in Toronto go how does it disappear?
Poof.
Poof.
Didn't see it.
It just disappeared. Poof, gone. We covered this yesterday on Psychedelics and Cannabis Educational News. And this lady that you see there in the picture, she manages a store in Toronto.
Yes.
And she had her order just before New Year's. She had placed the order, waiting for it to come in. It didn't arrive the scheduled time. She contacted the driver, and he said he'd be there within the hour. It still didn't arrive. And then she contacted the AGCO, and where she's supposed to go in further under the where's my order, asking questions, and they said that it was delivered. It had already been delivered, and they sent her the signature of it being signed. It turns out that the signature didn't belong to anybody, and not her. It didn't belong to anybody at the store, and it didn't belong to her. So it turns out that the cannabis was delivered to a store 2 doors down. So
a cannabis store or a store?
A cannabis store.
Okay.
And it was delivered to that store, and it was signed for. But part of the procedure is if you receive a delivery that's not yours, you're supposed to contact the AGCO and get it returned, get it sent back. If you've opened it, you're supposed to reseal it, all that stuff. And it was what? Hours later, or it was the next day. That was the next day when she contacted them and asked about they asked about it, and they turned around and sent her the picture of the signature. So the next day, that's overnight, so on and so forth. And it turns out that where they delivered the cannabis to, that place took the cannabis and put it in the alleyway behind this lady's store. In the like, why not deliver it? Why not do the proper procedure?
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious. They took it, and I'm going to scroll right down there to this spot. So you can see here, they confirmed their shipment was signed by the neighboring store around midnight, 1 hour after this. Okay, by the neighboring store, and that someone from that business had left it in the back alley. She then proceeded to check her security cameras for footage from the rear of the store. At around midnight, 1 hour after the store closed, an individual is seen dropping off around a dozen boxes in the alley behind her store, according to the footage. And CBC's viewed it, and it says not long after the boxes were dropped off, someone else, and it was about 2 minutes later, almost exactly, that somebody came along, opened up one of the boxes, looked in, saw what it was, and immediately started to steal them.
It was obviously an inside job.
Like it was delivered to the wrong store. So you're saying inside job of the wrong store?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like maybe this was planned.
Look, they even got video footage. There's the boxes.
That's too convenient for me.
Yeah. Now she's been got her stuff back, but she didn't get it before New Year's. The $10,000 worth of cannabis, they figure, is worth $15,000 to $17,000. But yeah, it says the OCS policy requires stores to reseal any open boxes and contact the OCS immediately so they can retrieve the product. And in this instance, the OCS policies were not followed.
So, but the police don't know what's going on still.
Well, they're obviously they're investigating it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
I would imagine that they obviously they're going to ask the person who signed for it, and they're going to be questioning, like,
I'm sure this isn't the first time something like this has happened. You just haven't heard about it.
They do say in the article that like 99% of the packages are delivered without a problem, but there has been issues in the past. But they didn't seem to think anything like this, where the packages were just the store kept them, basically signed for it and kept them, and then delivered them in the back alley after the store closed. You know, just
I would have walked over and given it to them.
yeah, walked over and said something, or you know,
Oh.
there is the proper procedures to follow, and that's to contact the OCS. But yeah,
everybody's gotten mail for somebody else at some point in their life.
Yep.
You know, you send it back, not at this address. You walk it over if it's 2 doors down. I mean, that's bullshit.
I've you know, I've had received mail lots of times in the mailbox, and just
Exactly
when I was in town, and just take it and put it back on the counter and give it back to the attendant and say wrong address.
Yep.
You know, it was in my box.
I used to get wrong mail all the time at my apartment in Toronto, like almost daily.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
So yeah, I'm sure that there's lots of questions that will be being asked about that package. And
No doubt. No doubt. Yeah.
Ended up in the wrong spot.
Something
Okay.
smells fishy.
Also in the headlines today, we've got where did it go? There it is. We got a new mushroom. Snowball cubensis, whatever. I can't even pronounce that.
Yep.
It's a psilocybin strain. Turns heads. Completely unique. And why is it unique? Because
looks like mushroom.
It has no gills. Looks nothing like any other variety of magic mushrooms, and will turn blue when it's touched.
Oh. There's no video, is there?
No video footage. There's just this picture. You can see it here.
Kind of look like button mushrooms.
Yeah, those snowballs, eh? Yeah, it was developed by a company, Inoculate the World, ITW. And there was a strain that discovered by the
There's another short form for you, ITW.
Yeah, another short form. They say it's been tested for thousands of variables waiting to be released until true stability was achieved, and we are thrilled to say we got what we are looking for.
Awesome.
They say it can grow the size of a softball.
So would this be considered a GMO mushroom?
I don't know. Let's see if it says how it was done. They use spore syringes. Let's see. I don't see anything.
Al's a victim of hooked on phonics.
Yeah. You know, and the worst thing is spending. I spent 4 years in speech therapy.
Because you have a lisp.
The roof of my mouth is higher than what it should be.
Do you know that Freddie Mercury, his bite, was one of the reasons why he could hit the notes that he could hit, because his palate was shaped a certain way and it resonated. That's why we got such clarity out of his voice when we heard it. Yeah. So you're in good company.
Yes. Yeah.
Can you sing?
Let's see. That's about it. As far as the mushroom and the things.
No, fuck the mushrooms. Can you sing? That's the question.
Now, did you want to discuss this other one?
Which one?
Florida bill would expand medical cannabis access by adding qualified conditions allowing out-of-state patients. But yet they make 60% a level for recreational. It gets voted down. So
yeah, and they've been trying to get a medical program there and in other states in the U.S. for a long time. And there's hope for Floridians that this will happen because, you know, you can only buy recreational cannabis in Florida.
Can they even do that? Didn't they have a vote?
No, actually, you can't. I think
Got
they
turned down.
They got turned down. You're right.
Yeah, because they didn't have the 60% threshold. So
So are they one of the last states to
no,
do
there's
anything?
there's others that have drag carrying laws that are just brutal. So so as far as this medical cannabis in Florida, said that they're waiving fees for veterans.
Good.
Letting doctors issue recommendations through telehealth and allowing out-of-state patients to
So they are letting it go forward.
Well, it was a bill that was introduced on Friday.
Yeah, this new stuff they're gonna let go, which is really good for people because now you have an option. You can go out there and you don't have to break the law to do it.
Well, here's a nice part. It would allow people to qualify for medical cannabis if they have a condition for which the patient was prescribed an opioid drug listed as a Schedule II controlled substance.
But what are they? So there's a list of conditions like we used to have.
I'm looking for it. I'm not seeing an actual list. And they do talk about the 60% threshold when it comes to, I'm not seeing a list. Okay. They've also introduced laws that would protect medical cannabis patients from discrimination in government jobs, prevent state courts from restricting certain parental rights based solely on a person's status as a qualified cannabis patient. Yeah, taking kids away from cannabis patients is not right.
And we've been watching this happen for 20 years. We know we've had some of the families on who have been persecuted and threatened to have their kids taken away. And we had these issues going on up here in Canada too, but the bulk of them happened down in the US, unfortunately.
Now this
one more reason to move to Canada. No, I'm kidding.
Also, last week they said they introduced a proposal that would allow medical cannabis patients in the state to grow their own cannabis at home.
That would be nice.
Okay, 2 plants.
Well, we've only got 4.
But how does a medical patient grow 2 plants?
Yeah. Would that do anything for them?
It's just you're not going to be able to grow enough for 2 plants, and especially if you're going to grow 2 plants and harvest them both at the same time, unless you're growing outside where you could get a big harvest.
Does it say where they are able to get cannabis medically? Is it shipped to them? Do they have dispensaries? Can you get it from the doctor? Like when they first started the program here, you had a script basically from your doctor, and they would send it to your doctor at the real beginning. They would send it to your doctor for medical, right?
Yeah. It doesn't say how the program works.
That would be interesting to find out, because how do they access it? Here's the program, but you can't have it.
Oh, they said the bill would forbid dispensaries from operating on the same parcel of land as a gas station.
Why are they afraid?
Or where motor fuel is offered for sale.
Why it's not alcohol? You have to go to our fucking in Nova Scotia. You have to go to the fucking liquor store to get your weed.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
a gas station. Why?
Yeah, why?
Why? I don't get that. What's the correlation there between the two?
Okay, hang on. Let me see. I'm clicking on the link to see what it tells me.
You have to come up with a reading sound.
Yeah, that's the speed reading. You never heard speed readers before?
Yeah.
It doesn't say anything about gas stations on this thread that I've got here in front of me. So,
well, Florida, you've got your program now, but you can't go anywhere near a gas station when you have your weed.
You can use it for telehealth. Performance. I've clicked on another button here.
Gasoline and cannabis do not mix.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Are they afraid that maybe somebody might use gasoline to make concentrates?
Oh, fuck that.
There's so much benzene in gas, then that's why people don't use it. Use naphtha, and you can use naphtha, which is basically diesel, which you can get at a gas station. There you go, Al. We're getting closer.
Yeah, I'm into the bill now, and there are a lot of lines in it and stuff. Talking about the doctor's end of things, qualifying physicians and stuff like that.
I miss the Green Mile, Kent. I truly miss the Green Mile.
I still don't see anything on here
about
gas stations. It talks about photo ID and using passport photos and talking about cards, ID cards and everything, and doctors. Why? When it comes to the gas stations, I don't know.
Maybe they're worried about smoking and driving.
Well, you could do that just buying it at a brick and mortar store anywhere.
Are there different? See, but here's the question. The top.
Kent's throwing in a comment there. He says they better not go visit the Green Mile. It's pretty much every store has a gas station.
Pretty much, eh?
Yeah.
Pretty much. You start to wonder when you're driving down the road there, why doesn't that guy have a gas station? Everybody else does.
Exactly.
I don't need any weed. I need gas, man.
Anybody who's never been to the Green Mile before, it's near Roseneath.
Alderville.
And it's the speed limit. They actually had to reduce the speed limit because there was so much traffic there for going in and out of the store.
And they have it written right in the center of the road.
Yeah.
The reason I know is because my farm was, 10 minutes, not even 10 minutes up the road.
Correct. Yep. So yeah, there you go. It's just like, that's crazy.
Well, keep an eye on that one, and we'll find out eventually what the fuck is with the gas. Do I know anybody in Florida? I have to think.
Yeah, I don't know. I do know somebody in Florida. I'll be talking to him this afternoon.
If it was Pennsylvania, I would ask Senator Leach, because he's been on my show a few times.
Right. Well, I'll be speaking with Al Byrne.
Oh, Al Byrne.
Yeah, I'll be speaking to him this afternoon. He's in Florida.
There you go. Maybe he can do some investigations for you.
Yeah. What's going on with the gas stations? How come you can't sell gas at gas stations?
Well, he would know because he's been doing this as long as we have.
Yeah, correct. Exactly. All righty. From headline news to sports. All righty. We got some sports scores today. I don't have any cannabis related sports.
Before you do that, I want to ask you a question.
Sure.
Did you watch the halftime show?
No.
So you don't understand what he said either.
I didn't watch it to be able to even attempt to try to understand anything.
Yeah, I didn't understand a word except for sit down and be humble.
Right, as far as words, what the song, you couldn't understand what he was singing, or
Kendrick Lamar has a unique style of rapping words.
Oh yeah,
not necessarily strung together as you can understand them, though.
Okay, yeah, no, I've never heard him. I just saw that. I read the name as being.
Did you watch so you didn't watch the game, is what I'm getting.
No, I didn't.
I did not either. I'm not a big football fan, but I hear that Taylor Swift was there. I did hear that.
Yeah, I heard that she was there. I heard
That's funny though.
it
I
was
haven't heard anything about who won, but I know that Taylor Swift was there with her boyfriend.
Well, maybe I'll bring it up in sports. Let's find out. All right. What I've got here today is I've got Saturday scores from the NHL.
Let's make that big, Al, because I can barely see it. There you go.
Okay, can you open? Yeah, you do that. You look after that in. So yeah, there you go. There's NHL scores from Saturday's games. If your favorite team is in there, take a boo. And I see that the Leafs lost 2-1 to the Canucks. Predators beat Sabres 6-4. Flyers were over the Penguins 3-2.
Do the Leafs get to play Montreal?
They do, but they didn't play them on Saturday.
Okay.
The Canadians lost to the Devils 4-0.
I know nothing about hockey, dude. These are just numbers to me and names.
The scores. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And then on Sunday, Utah beat the Capitals and the Lightning beat the Canadians. When it comes to that. And let me see if I got the right tab here. Let's see what happens. No, didn't go where I wanted.
Oh,
I wanted the scores, but that's fine. I can find it. I'll go back.
You're looking for the Super Bowl scores.
Yeah. See, when I click on the top, it goes to the there you go.
NFL.
So there's no scores for Tuesday, but let me go back.
If you go to Sunday,
there we go.
Chiefs and Eagles.
The Eagles beat the Chiefs.
There you go. That's a high. Is that a high?
That's
that's a high goal game. Yeah. Is it? Do they call it goals?
Points. Just
I don't know.
Points.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that end of things.
Ask me about tennis. That I know.
Well, let me see if I can find any tennis stuff.
No, don't.
I'm not seeing.
It's not tennis season now. I would know because I like to watch all of those, the British Open and all that. Right.
There is no tennis, but I got basketball scores.
Basketball, another game that I know nothing about.
The Mavericks beat the Rockets. Magic over the Spurs by 1 point. Just one. That's a squeaker. Clippers over the Jazz, 130.
Why don't I see the Raptors on there?
Raptors, they didn't play on Saturday.
Oh, these are just games that were played. Okay.
Yeah. I see the Grizzlies, they lost, and they used to be from Vancouver, but they're no longer from Vancouver. So as far as the Raptors, I think they played on Sunday, and they lost to the Rockets 94-87. Bucks over the 76ers and the Pistons over the Hornets. So there you go.
Yeah.
Caught up with some scores.
Sports.
I just said. Yeah, I agree, Kent. I completely agree. Swifty and Donald who were there.
I didn't see anything about Donald Duck. All I saw was Swift.
Oh yeah, he was there. It cost I'm hearing anywhere from $4 to $15 million. It costs to take him there, and he was only there for half the show or half the game.
And he had a box and everything.
Yeah. That's that's a whole different story. So there you go. Sports, as far as what happened over the weekend with the NHL, NBA, and we had the score there for the Super Bowl. So, anything else on the sports end that you would like to mention?
Yeah, no.
Remember,
folks, we're not professionals.
No, we're just advocates. Here we go. On to our next event. Or not event. Next segment. Oh, there we
Happy
go.
dance.
Got a drink in while I was doing that, playing the saxophone. All right. I have got some events here. As everybody knows, and for those who don't know, here is a little reminder for you.
It's kind of catchy. Every time you go to the YouTube channels, that's what you hear.
Yeah. Canon Expo 2025 come up Toronto, March the 21st to the 22nd. The 420 Pace Project is a media partner. We're in booth 402, which is scrambled 420, right? And
420.
that's right, 420.
Somebody
We're all
dropped it.
in there, man.
Somebody dropped it. When they picked it up, it was 402.
That's right. That's right. That's right. The Canafluencer Awards nominees are happening right now. Go to canexpo.ca and see the list, or you'll see the list of different awards that are on their website, and there's a form there for you to fill out in order to nominate your favorite Canafluencers.
Canafluencers. Now that's a load in the mouth, eh?
What's that?
Canafluencers.
Yeah.
That's a hard one to say.
I'm just bringing up the one click too many. The stuff for the awards right now, and here we go. I got it.
You gonna post it?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say I got it and not show it to anybody. There you go. Influencer Awards.
I meant the URL, Al.
What?
You can post the URL in our chat, Al.
Yeah, we can do that for sure. Okay. Here's the awards information a little bit there. Here's the actual awards. Can Influencer of the Year, Bud Tender of the Year, Community Leader, Educator of the Year, Community Activist of the Year, Fan Favorite Content Series, Best Product Reviewer, Best Wellness Advocate, and Best Home Growing Creator. So you want me to click on one, see what it's all about?
Having the best homegrown creator.
Homegrown creator?
Yeah, it's an interesting award to be given at a legal store or a legal event, which is interesting and good because it means people are, they're a lot of people like to grow their own cannabis here in Canada. Let's put that
yes, they do.
And it's nice that we've always had to hide it, I was joking the other day, coming out of the store. I was my buddy was giving me a lift, and he said, "Where do you want to go?" I said, "Let's go get some weed," really loud, because I can say that right now in public.
Yeah, I can say what I want. Okay.
Yeah.
Canfluencer. Oh, Canfluencer.
Canfluencer. So none of the nominated people are listed yet, right?
No.
So once
they are taking in nominees.
Yeah, and then once those are done, they'll put them up, and you can vote for who you want.
Correct. Yeah. And you have until the 23rd of February to get your nominees in.
Pace was nominated 2 years ago.
The link in the chat.
There you go. And Pace was nominated 2 years ago at the.
Yes. The Pace Radio Network was nominated the first year of the expo.
I can't remember
podcast.
Who won.
Huh?
I can't remember who won, but
High Ladies.
Oh, that's right, the High Ladies.
That year, the High Ladies won. Yeah. We got.
I
we
don't
got
remember
nominated.
last year who won. I know it wasn't us. Mary Jane and Timmy won something.
Correct.
Yep.
Newbie and the Doobie won podcast of the year. Yes.
Yep.
That's right. Exactly. Okay. As far as upcoming events, as I mentioned, Can Expo, March 21st, 22nd.
I'm looking forward to that.
Tickets are for sale right now. If you're looking at buying tickets to go to the event, they are for sale.
I will be there on the table.
Yes, yeah, you'll be there on the table on the screen.
On the table.
Yeah, it's behind me. It's behind. It's Michelle's leaning up against it. So as far as there's a list of events here at this is the cannabis marketplace for stuff that's happening right now. Growing relationships in BC. That was actually yesterday. Champs Trade Show. It's happening down in Las Vegas.
We never went to the Champs when they were up. They tried to do it a couple of years here in Toronto, and
I went to it.
I didn't go. Maybe that was the year we weren't speaking.
I don't know. I went to it. It would be 2014 because the TY Expo was 10
years
11,
ago
12,
already.
13.
Holy.
It was 2014 that Champs was there.
So that's 10 years ago already.
Yeah.
11, if you want to be
correct.
But
yeah.
Wow, that's a long time ago.
Cannabis for cancer harm reduction. I believe this opens up without changing tabs. And cannabis for cancer harm reduction. Shauna Dunbar and JJ O'Brien.
Yeah, you mentioned that last week as well.
Correct. Yeah.
And where is that?
I think that's a virtual thing.
That's right. Correct. We were talking about that last week with the virtual. Where is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their event details. Yeah, I believe it was a virtual thing. Yeah. Link for this free talk. So there you go. It's virtual and it's free. And it's always great when people can educate.
Al just lost his computer now. So I'm going to put on something here. And we'll be right back. Oh, no, there he's back.
Oops.
Yeah, I know. I did that earlier too. I was just gonna put something on.
I hit the back button on the wrong tab.
I was just gonna put the Ashley. I can't see the whole name of it.
Here, actually, I'm going to take that link and I'm going to put it in the thread.
I was going to suggest, yes.
Okay.
And okay, so we'll talk about that. We're gonna find a spot on the 420 Pace website for event listings.
Yeah.
I'll find a place to put that.
Reduction.
Canadian event listings. Well, I guess they don't have to be Canadian.
No. It's a link, so I would say it could come from anywhere. So there you go. I put it in the thread, in the chat thread. So if anybody wants to get involved in that, please do.
Awesome. We need more. Like there was a time when there was a lot of these events where you could go and absorb information, and now they're a dime a dozen. But the thing is that's different is they're doing them for the money, not for the education, unfortunately.
As far as another event in the week's time, next week on the 17th to the 18th, the Women Grow Leadership Summit
in Toronto.
I believe that is in the U.S. I did attend an event in Toronto many years ago.
Yeah, they've been here every year. They come every year. They do an event or two every year.
They say that this year the powerful speakers include Brittany Grenier, and you know who she is. They're going to be doing some cooking with cannabis, Mardi Gras celebrations. VIP tickets are $400, which includes access both days and access to the VIP lounge. Let's
Damn.
see. Choose your path, day 2. I'm just trying to find location. It is at Gaylord National Resort and Convention Center in Maryland, United States.
That's just across the lake.
Just across the lake. So
Yep.
there you go. I've also got some stuff here from StratCan. They talk about a 2025 Australian Medical Cannabis Emporium. It's happening in Australia.
I hope so, because they have no programs there and they need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what else here? I got as I mentioned, the Can Expo, Niagara Falls 420. And
Not
they
bad.
have over 100 vendors,
Yep.
artists, and exhibitors showcasing the latest in cannabis. And yeah,
I have not
Yeah.
heard anything about Toronto 420 or anywhere else for that matter.
Oh, as far as the rally wise, yeah. Either have I. I
I
know
know
that
that Mary Jane is working with the committee for the Global Marijuana March in Toronto
yes. Yeah.
and trying to get that to, and
get that going again. Get it.
and also, I saw posts from Jamie Kunkel that the ICC is on again in August.
Yes. That as well. Correct.
Maybe we can go and try and not fry our phones this time.
Phones. Oh, that was hot. Oh yeah, very hot. Very hot. Yeah, I saw the post that it was returning, and I commented that we'll be there.
Yeah, I
One way
saw.
or the other,
I saw some mixed messages in those posts. Unfortunately,
Did you? I just saw there's probably like 3 comments when I saw it, and
it's
that was
been a year. I think they didn't do it last year.
right.
It was the year before that they did it, that we went to.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's a cool event, and in the past it's been huge.
Yes, it has been big time. I'm just seeing if
They even had Kush there when we were there.
Yeah,
from Nova Scotia. Devin and I can't remember the other dude's name.
the
Tommy.
There we go. I've got it right here. I've got it on my Facebook, and I will bring it up. Here we go. Smoke Signals Indigenous Cannabis Cup, August the 15th to the 16th, 2025. It says for information regarding VIP tickets, vendor space, sponsorships, entertainment, food vendors, or donations, to email them at dragginghorns@gmail.com or give them a call, 613-403-4864.
Now, it does
Admission
say
is $10 a day for admission to go in, or bring a perishable item.
There you go. Yeah.
There you go. $10. Like, wow.
They want people there, and they've had over the past few years, because this going on a few years now, they've had some really big name artists come and play.
Yeah.
So
when we were there 2 years ago, the one band, I think that was the Kush band, they came to the booth, and
Yeah.
Oh, I know Al Rap.
Yeah.
Where's Al and all that.
Yeah.
So
They were disappointed I wasn't there.
you weren't there in person. You couldn't talk to them, and we were probably having phone troubles at that time as well.
Oh yes, yeah.
So
Yeah, we're gonna
yeah,
need an air conditioned booth for there. Maybe bring your trailer. We'll just sit inside.
Just sit inside, yeah. And as long as it had power, then it could run the air conditioner. But if there's no power,
Generator.
I got a generator for that. So, but yeah. Anything else? And you got any entertainment stuff you want to mention? We've done some events
this week. I know that Sherry Ann has started going out again to stuff, and I'll get some stuff from her to show when she has it.
All righty. All right. So nothing else offhand?
No, Al, move on.
Move on. We're done. We are done. We are done for the day.
We're done. Okay.
We're done.
Good.
All
I'm
right.
sick of you.
What's that?
I said I'm sick of you.
Oh. All right. Okay. Well, that's the end. That's the end of today's broadcast. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We really appreciate you doing so. We hope you had some fun with us as well as learning some things throughout the show. And other than that, we will see you next week at the same time, same place.
Same stoner time, same stoner channel.
That's right.
420pace.ca. Peace.
Peace. Bye-bye, folks. You're watching the 420 Pace Network, found at 420radio.ca and paceradio.net. Are you looking for non-stop, continuous cannabis and psychedelic programming? If you are, then turn your browsers to 420radio.ca or paceradio.net, where you will find the 420 Pace Re-Rolled Saturday. Everything gets started at 8 a.m. Eastern Saturday morning.